It was Tuesday, and when I arrived at my cubicle, as I had done many every day for work for the past 7 years, I hung my satchel over the chair, booted my PC, and slumped into my station. The air was filled with recirculated coffee grinds and old paper with a hint of chemical cleaner. I moved my hands to the keyboard and almost knocked off the small silver flip phone sitting upon it. I paused, brow frugally slightly away from confusion. That wasn't my cell phone. I picked it up and turned it on, and it looked worn. Perhaps it was one of my colleagues? Standing, I leaned over to the partition to Carol's cube. "Hey Carol, is this your cell?" The blonde blinked in through her thick-rimmed glasses and shook her head. "No. What brand is that? I haven't seen it before." I examined it again and then frowned. There was no company logo, and even when I flipped it open, it was turned off, so I thumbed the power button and it turned on with a milditude. The window displayed a dark wallpaper with a large red eye staring out of the date and the time displayed white underneath it. "Someone has a weird taste," I quipped, showing Carol the display. She pulled a face that's like it can't see me. I laughed at her, but I quickly realized that she was looking a little pale. "It's nothing." I dismissed it as I tried to call the access menu. Perhaps some of the context would be familiar. But when I pushed the menu button, nothing happened. I tried all the numbers and still nothing. "Looks like the pad's busted," I muttered. Just then, the eerie tune started to play from it, and something that set the hair on the back of my neck on the end. I hesitated and pressed the little green button, lifting my phone to my ear. "Stay away from her." The deep male voice almost made me drop the cell phone. It was horrible, like no human male voice should ever be, so deep and mutilated. It was like I could hear the oozing of worms coiled around the vocal cords. "Leave my daughter alone." The signal was cut. I slammed the phone down upon my desk and my face pale sweating. Fuck that, I was muttering. Carol had stood up and was staring at me in shock. "What's wrong? Who was it?" I slowly shook my head and repeated that horrible voice that said when it came through me. That Carol felt like it was staring at her. "Do you think it was your father?" I said in a wavering voice. Carol seemed too tense and swiftly shook her head. "That's impossible. My father is dead." It was all like the other sound leached out of the room as if she finished a sentence. The last word seemed to echo for an eternity inside my skull. "Dead, dead, dead." I felt that my throat had suddenly constrict, as if I had an invisible hand had caught around it. I gagged and stumbled backwards. My hands raised to try and fight the invisible fingers, but I only succeeded in gouging out the deep cuts in my own throat flesh. I tried to speak, the gurgling, choking sound that horrified me. I tried to speak, but I could hear a crunching around my neck. Carol was screaming, and the darkness was upon me in waves. Well, my pretties, that was Mysterious Caller, a creepypasta. My final thoughts on this story? I actually remember seeing this pasta from Mr. Creepypasta, who actually narrated this one 3 years ago. I honestly thought that it was pretty neat, to see a creepypasta about someone had the cell phone, they picked it up and answer it when all of a sudden something really messed up happens. I mean, this is honestly a pretty awesome story. I mean, it does have a really good, well-made detail into, when this person picks up the phone, calls a number or something, and the deep voice on the other end. I don't really know what was going on in that. It honestly makes me wonder if it was, just someone pranking them, it wasn't a demon. We don't really know. It's honestly something that I can actually say right now that this honestly makes me wonder what happened. So I'm not really going to say too much right now as to what actually happened or something. But it still has a really good concept for what this is. So anyways, I guess with that being the case and that being said, I'm going to stick here and just say that this is just simply my own personal opinion. And if you happen to disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. I'm gonna give this story a basically a 10 out of 10. Now, I don't know who the original author of this story is, so I'm going to say to the author of the story, if you happen to come across this video and you happen to say that you're the one who wrote the story, feel free to let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to give you proper credit. But for now on, I can't really say who the author is, so I'll just leave this as anonymous for now. The sentence structuring was pretty good, as well as the grammar and all that, but it was pretty messed up and gory how the protagonist dies at the end, like unseen force, killing him by choking his throat and that. I mean, it's messed up, yes, but I think it's just some paranormal form or evil spirit or something. I mean, that's probably what I'm seeing personally, but like I said, we don't really know. But everybody has their own opinions and they can come up with their own theories. But like I said, this is just simply my own opinion. I really do wish there was a little bit more dedicated, like what exactly went on with why this person said something in the other line to the protagonist and what went on or something. But despite that, it's honestly still a good story. So I recommend you guys checking this story out if you haven't. It's on the regular Creepypasta Wiki, and I recommend checking out a few narrations. A few authors I do know, well, not authors, but a few Creepypasta narrators have read them. So yeah. So with that being the case, that being said, I'm gonna sit here and just say that this is just simply my own opinion, and I know, and if you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions. Now, I already said my rating is 10 out of 10 in case for those who don't know or can't remember or didn't hear. It's a 10 out of 10 rating. So anyways, what did you guys personally think of this story? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're happy to be brand new here on this channel, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Feel free to ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out of here, and I'll be seeing you all next time.